One of the things that really makes ice fishing a lot more fun is to get a good fish finder. It just draws a picture of what's happening down there and really lets you adjust to things as they're occurring as the fish come in and look at your lures. So let me show you what I'm looking at on my screen down here so you can get an idea of how to set up your fish finder. So the first thing you'll notice is that I have my unit in split screen here. On this side we have the full water column, 0 down to 30. We're in 28 feet of water. On this side I've went to 4 times zoom, so I'm only seeing the very bottom because most of the fish that are coming in, I'm working towards the bottom here, so that's where I want most of my detail. The reason I still want this side though is because we have had a few fish come in high. You'll see them actually cruising across. So let's look at what I've got on this screen. Here's the bottom down here, this dark line. You'll notice that there's a line running right here just above the bottom. That actually is my dead rod. So that's the jig that I've got down there with a couple lively fatheads on it. I've got it set about a foot above the bottom. Now the other rod, what I like to do with that is I actually let that sit on the bottom a little while, and it seems like a real good action here is just pulling that up, kind of ripping it up, and then I start to jiggle, and I run that just above the height of my dead rod down there, and I'm really using this as an attractant. And it seems like for this trip, after you jiggle a little bit, if you just drop it down to the bottom and then let it sit on the bottom, and I'm talking about 5, even 10 seconds, it seems like it gets those fish interested. And I'm going to rip it up again and start to jiggle. Now, the next thing that hopefully happens is a fish comes in. And what that will look like most of the time is a dark mark coming up off the bottom, moving up towards that dead rod line. And in that case, what I've got to do is determine which rod is actually getting that fish interested. So as that dark mark starts to come in, the first thing I want to do is grab my dead rod, jiggle it and work it a little bit, see if that fish is going to go after that. But at the same time, I'll raise up my jig rod, my spoon rod just a little bit, and really jiggle that a little bit harder. Then if that mark continues on past my dead rod and up to this, I know which one it's actually looking at. So when you got this unit set up right, you can not only see your lures down there, but see the fish come in, see how they react to those lures, and really make yourself a better ice fisherman by watching that screen.